Hi, in this series of free mini lectures, I intend to try and inspire you to have a look at studying digital skills. Throughout the lectures I give, I'll be giving a series of questions that I hope that you'll be able to spend time reflecting on, and it's this reflection, I believe, that will give you, an opportunity to learn and deeply embed your learning. I think it's always good to start with a quote from some clever person or other. And this is a quote by C.S. Lewis. He talks about, isn't it funny that day by day nothing changes, but when you look back, absolutely everything is different. What he means by this is that the changes that we see around us are happening so slowly that sometimes we don't notice them. Technology is one such example. It's all around us all the time, and we just don't notice it yet. I want you to cast your mind back a few years. It was only a few years ago that we all used mobile phones that couldn't really do anything other than make telephone calls. Can you remember how sophisticated we all felt when we had a Nokia 9210 and the only importance of the phone was that it could fit inside your pocket? These days it seems the internet is everywhere, but there may be a time when some of you can remember that you had to dial into the internet using such a thing as a modem. Tech is changing its complexity every day. This means it's not good enough to say that you've learned something. You need to be able to have the skills that you can relearn and remaster things as you go along. This means that in the digital workplace, your biggest skill needs to be the ability to adapt. Now, the digital workplace is a name that we give to the places of work that we see around us that are changing all the time. It used to be the case that computers were so big and expensive they have to be located actually inside an office. But nowadays we have a computer that can sit in our hands and we carry around in our pockets. The digital workplace encompasses all technologies that people are familiar with to get things done. But it's not just those, it's the ones that are yet to be invented. Things that people will really be unfamiliar with at the moment will become a commonplace in the future. Digital stuff ranges from things that we're familiar with, such as email and instant messaging, to things that we allow us to have tools and meetings where we are remote and apart from one another. And these sessions intend to give you experiences of what it's like to work in one of these places. To do this, I want you to stop thinking about possibly the technology that you're used to that's kind of based on the 20th century and start embracing things from the 21st century. Now I need you to have a little think about this. According to a global workplace survey taken during the pandemic, 68% of office workers said that they could work successfully from home, with 72% saying that they already have the kit available to do that. So why would a 21st century business not take advantage of these statistics? Emerging digital workplace is changing the way that we all work. They can support changes in working styles that enable workers to work transparently and leverage social networks. They can unify the offline communications that keep employers connected using their mobile phones. Technology has introduced the idea of what is called virtual work. This means that we can truly work from home, and frankly, we're all experiencing this due to the global pandemic. Entire organisations are now reconsidering how they conduct their business. So for example, just by having internet connections, we can now communicate, we can do our filing, we can frankly work from any location on the planet. To succeed in modern business, you're going to need to be able to collaborate and communicate and connect. So to collaborate, we need to solve business problems and operate productively, even though we might not be in the same location. So to do this, we need to be able to share files, talk, or type in online meetings. We need to be able to know how to share our computer screens, even though we are not in the same place. Rather than simply consuming existing business content, employees need to be able to use tech that creates tailored content at appropriate and relevant moments. This means we all need to be able to create good-looking, quality content. Now, technology also allows us to connect with our fellow workers, either in the same business or maybe across different disciplines. So an ability to be able to reach out using social networks is also an important skill. Now, technology is changing every way that we're working, and it's not just a new thing. If we look back in history, technology is always changing the way that society works. If you think back into the time when the entire society was working in the agricultural sort of areas, tractors that came along and stopped people from having to take in harvest and plant seeds, and so they all then moved into an industrial area. Then of course the Industrial Revolution came along and supplanted people whose skills had been developed to work on production of motor vehicles and things like that. And so people then moved away from the industry and into the service economy. We're now into a new revolution where computers are going to be involved in every single aspect of even the most obvious of businesses. We need to take time to understand that this revolution is coming and be able to work around and use our skills to be able to adapt to this new world. When this video is over, I want you to take some time out to kind of reflect on the things that I've been talking about. For instance, working solo, you now will be able to do things using the current crop of technology that maybe multiple people used to be able to do. Likewise, working as a team, you might now have access to technology that allows your team to be geographically located across the entire planet. Technology now means that you have a requirement to be able to work with people in such remote situations.